What do you say your name is?
Hari Narayanan.
Hari. कैसे है सब पता नहीं? हाँ थोड़ा सा. Yes, I know. Aren't you at Mysore? Yes, sir. I'm at Mysore. I'm a model officer. Yeah, Srinivas. Good. I'm happy to see you. So many flowers. Praveen ji ko do. Asar wala. He is from and they are from more SCRT. They work together. And all your business are bilingual.
Yes, I know not only bilingual. Private language.
All classes look like this. We are trying.
Yes, we are working towards that.
So this is we have this price nearly 10 years.
There is a misconception for the report that we generate, the analysis of the data that
why the child is completing this concept and how that develops and training is given to each other.
Yes, two options to answer, sir. So this is the option A, B, C, and D. And this is the correct option. But there are also children choosing the other options. So we try and analyze why the child has chosen these other three options. And we come up with a remedial action for the classrooms. So the teacher can address those misconceptions in the classroom. So the children understands the concept more than a rote learning method. So where the child just knows what the answer is. So there is some more understanding. So we have uploaded 140 posters on Teacher right now, where teachers are able to access these 140 misconceptions and address to the classrooms.
salt. Basic always. So I was asking what kind of
Salt.
Yes, supporting Andhra Pradesh Legislature. So that's it. When they came, they said that the doctor being made with something that applies.
For 5 years. This is another important point.
Yes, he said this is about some learning. So the children who are lagging in the part of their other gender specific.
Thank you.
So these are our children that are under vocational skills. Samara Shiksha is supporting vocational instruction.
Which class? 8. And enjoy studying. How do you know you're a student? Why do you say you're a student?
So 5 eggs and 3 chickpeas and 3 days ragi jaggery is the additional.
Eggs you're giving on 5 days.
Inspection will be find out line with it. This is one more program.
Where are these eggs being sourced?
So the AP is the highest in eggs.
I know, but the
When it gets supplier. 26
It's very
26
Jaggery
for Satya Sai Foundation. So we are giving this ragi jaggery to each student in 3 days. In 3 days
on non-chicky days.
ఇది అమ్మ వేడిగా ఉందా?
వేడిగా
కొద్దిగా
Where is this being manufactured? Vikas, where are you from, Vikas? Rajasthan.
She's a trainee. She's a trainee. This is the team.
So, you got a good team. All youngsters. You are also young.
He is star.
సో आज तो
With the help of the organization.
You are partnering with them.
yes sir in Canada
Actually publish this academic calendar which contains the entire activity including the lesson plans for that what features and what subjects. Everybody knows academic, non-academic, what is record. Yes.
Common formative assessments that help.
Where to be transferred to mother support.
We are doing it to the DBT, stitching. So this is design.
cost basic cost of this you get from some of friends
600 हम लोग
600 state lo all this means food and
So that the field distribution staff will also know what they expect. So we have partnered
state level we coordinate and only we participate in that for pay, for growing activities, Developed all the material to teach the children in a very simple language.
This is the time zone group, sir. Students will got their time date, sir. This is the grade circle. For example, aviation, sir. India, New York, track,
Get the grade circle.
grade circle. This is our time zone, madam. Time zone. Time zone. This, sir. Students are prepared, sir. One student measures seasons, celestial hemisphere, and put sunlight like demo, sir. I will conservation 10 butterflies, sir. Make students make project major things, sir. One of the butterflies, sir. This is the caterpillar, whale, eggs, sun, all students show the metamorphosis, population, the major points. The students, total students. This is your 10,000 children. Moon observation program, sir. Moon mapping, sir. Telescope sees mapping, sir. Preparatory moon. Detailed activities, sir. This is
South Pole.
South Pole, sir. Jatra activities, sir. These are craters to prepare the concept.
AP is the highest children participating in Chandrayaan.
This is Apollo 11.
We take the children there, every township, we take at least 200 children there. They sit there and I should talk about
There, one student or five.
Very good.
So this is for the primary classes, sir. Small size and big size for the. Thank you. ये कहाँ बन सकते हैं?
अब ये बताइए कि यहाँ काम चालू कब करना है? ये सब बस चालू 2024 से करवाना है, इसी के लिए आपसे बात करना है। हमें इसको 11.5 किलोमीटर लेंगे।
And this is a very great occasion that we invite the Education Government of India. Please let us join hands together to welcome him with a great round of applause. I request Ms. Saija from SCRT to honor him with a bouquet. And once again, we extend our deepest gratitude to our beloved Principal Secretary, Sir, Sri Praveen Prakashji, Principal Secretary, School Education Government of India. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our bouquet. And it is an immense pleasure to invite Sri, with your divine presence, sir, Sri Dinesh Prasad Sakala. Welcome. We honor you, sir. We feel immensely proud to offer a bouquet to our beloved Commissioner, sir, Commissioner of School Education, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir.
You know, let many people join and hold hands. This is the best.
Sasya Syamala Mataram
delegates, district education officers, additional project directors. Today's conference on next curriculum frameworks for school well-deserved accolades in their respective fields that will undoubtedly inspire and propel us forward in a way for even greater success.
And address the Government of India, Sri Sanjay Kumar sir here today amongst us. As sir has highlighted the responsibility
Managing Director NCERT, Sri Praveen Prakash ji, Guest of Honor, Principal. Challenges related to the academic problems that we have and also helping the students. Engineering colleges of many engineering colleges in the country.
To welcome the dignitaries and to say his opening remarks and stunning opening.
And welcoming you all for this two-day conference. Recently we had the success of Chandra. And in fact, NCERT's Memorandum of Association clearly says that its role is not only to support the union government. Management of RIE at Nellore will have a significant impact in this particular region. And I must also tell you,
it could not. But now, this is a wonderful time. With the inspiration of the Honorable Prime Minister and a special commitment of our Honorable Education Minister, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, this task is now going to be completed. And I thank the State Authorities here, the Chief Secretary, Principal Secretary, the Government of Andhra Pradesh, that they have provided land for this noble piece, noble purpose. And also, we are going to get the temporary, and we are committed to do this right from the coming session. So I hope that the state authorities are going to support in all possible way. Before coming here, we have planned like that. I deputed Professor Sirkan, RI Mysore, and with Professor Kalpana ji, they visited here at the state authorities and they settled down that let us start with this. Since this is a time of implementing NEP 2020, so this is also very relevant occasion that let us have a talk on conference or workshop on school education curriculum. So we all know that after the NEP 2020 came, then NCERT has done a lot of work along with the states. We prepared a school, we prepared a curriculum for foundational states, and that was, dedicated to the nation last year, and last year itself, on 20th October, we dedicated that school education, national curriculum for foundational stage in the nation. Our Honorable Education Minister released that. After that, NCERT started working on that from the implementation point of view, and we developed learning teaching material that is very holistic, and as per NEP 2020, it is joyful. Joyful pedagogy, stress-free learning. We brought out a box that is called Jadoo Pitara. Jadoo Pitara is a concept. It has so many games, toys, flashcards, story cards. Why this Jadoo Pitara has been there? As NCERT also built a distributing program for the dissemination of Jadoo Pitara along all states and NCERTs, and competency building program was done by NCERT for taking this point ahead. This is very important to understand because we have to shift away from the rural learning process and the colonial education policy. This is the first step to decolonize ourselves right from the beginning. Foundational stage is very, very important stage. If we have strong foundations, only then we can build upon that strong structures and powerful structures. The structure of education has to change. And we know that NEP 2020 has mandated that we have to ensure the Bharat India-centric education. That is the first philosophical shift from the earlier policy. So let us root ourselves in our own culture. Let us think about our own nation first. Let us produce holistically developed, all-rounded citizens of India and global citizens for the global purpose. best human beings we have to produce through this education. And that starts from the foundational stage itself. Jagri Pitara gives all possibilities for joyful entertainment. So my request to all of these states is that let us adopt that, take that to school level. We are NCERT is training the
sending 200 school heads to the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, for an intensive leadership training program. But that was the just beginning. With support from our World Bank SART program partners, the Sattva and Kaivalya Educational Foundation, we designed the school leadership development program in residential mode. This program comprises 8 transformative activity-based modules. Module 1, Self-Awareness. This module provides a deep understanding of one's personal and professional self-emphasizing influence of perspective, habits, and abilities on daily interactions with oneself and others. Module 2, Self-Management, Growth, and Fixed Mindset. In this module, participants learn to identify their mindset, adopting a positive and growth-oriented perspective while overcoming self-limiting beliefs. Honorable Education Minister Botsa Satyanarayana and Mr. B. Srinivasa Rao, State Project Director, Samagra Shiksha, Andhra Pradesh. The first phase aimed to train 14,000 school heads from all government management. This training has empowered them with problem-solving skills, effective time management, transparency in their work, and the mindset required for successful leadership. To ensure the broadest reach, we meticulously selected and trained 265 school heads as master facilitators. They in turn are now prepared to train others in these vital leaderships, a torchbearer and a maker of leaders. We aim to nurture such leaders for the betterment of education in Andhra Pradesh. We express our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy and Honorable Education Minister Sri Botsa Satyanarayana for initiating and supporting this magnificent program. Jai Hind.
This program, sir, as we were discussing, Sir, Secretary Sir, who is the Secretary of Government of India, Sir has the option to go to 600 different districts in the country. And he decided to come to our district called Nellore, sir. They talk about the Sir's Foundation, sir. I'd like to talk about Sanjay, sir, for 2-3 minutes. Friends, as all of you know, you are in education field and you understand all the services. Most of us after graduation either decide to go and write civil services, or most of us who are generally good in academics decide to go abroad for the training. So most of us, that's the way the journey of an IAS officer is. Sanjay sir is one of the rare IAS officer India has produced, who after graduation went abroad for the higher studies. But like the way we have seen the movies Swadesh, when the Shah Rukh Khan decided that after seeing America he comes back and then said he will serve the country. Sir, after doing a higher education abroad in the United States, came back, wrote IAS and got into the IAS, and he's serving for the last 20 years. He's from 1990 batch, our Chief Secretary Sir's batch, and the last 30 or 32 years he's serving. Sir has been very structured, systematic, very kind to all of us. You must not be knowing, but the headquarters staff know, but the school staff, they must not be knowing. Every month, he takes us for a video conference and give us all opportunity to represent the issues which we have related to not only the department, the centrally sponsored scheme program, but also about the different aspects of education department which may not be covered in the Samagra Shiksha or PM motion or that adult education program, things like the board reforms, assessment, curriculum, whatever is there in the national education policy. So every month, sir does this program for us, and every 3 months he calls all of us to physically for a meeting, and there's a long whole month. Needless to say that sir is available to us. Whenever I have message to sir, WhatsApp to sir, within 30 seconds, I have taken liberty from you, sir, to messaging you sometimes on Sunday morning, late Saturday evening also, answer message. So always your inspiration, you are there, we get this confidence that you are there, somewhere there, any guidance which is required. So thanks for being with all of us, sir. And before sir, your speech, sir, I'll just highlight a few points. I have been telling you about all these points which the government of Andhra Pradesh, the big transformation which has started in government of Andhra Pradesh, sir, in early 20, and it was the way our transformation which we are doing is exactly in alignment of what the National Education Policy 2020. And that's the reason we are getting a lot of support from Government of India, sir. Next. I will just highlight, you know most of it, sir. Next. Next slide. Slide there. And all of us are committed, sir, in the country and also in the state also. We are also committed to the vision of National Education Policy. It says to instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian, not only in thought, but also in spirit, intellect and deeds, as well as to develop knowledge, skills, values and dispositions that support responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development and living, and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. So all the policies of our state government is committed to the vision of national education. Every classroom in Andhra Pradesh, this 21st December is like our deadline, sir. We have 62,000 classrooms from class 6 to 12 in government schools and colleges. All will have this interactive flat panel, 65 inch with internet connectivity and the best content, sir. And every child, sir, we have institutionalized this program. Every student who comes to class 8, everybody in government school gets this personalized digital device, which is anytime, anywhere access, 24/7 access for the students. Next. This is what we are committed. Sir, we also use BharatNet very effectively to get this robust, reliable internet connectivity to all our 6,000 or 6,500 high schools. Sir. Next. Next. Sir, the one thing which we think we are like on the curve, we are ahead of other states is these tabs and the e-content teacher uses in the morning time for clearing the doubts and teaching. Even if the child sees the same e-content, is also given an artificial intelligence doubt clearance app. And this doubt clearance artificial intelligence app is trained in such a manner that if a student asks any question other than the subject, the app or the artificial intelligence tutor say, I am a physics tutor, I am a chemistry tutor, I am a biology tutor, I will not support, I will not advise you anything except my subject. So the whole thing that IT, this digital technology can take the student to some other direction, that also we have taken place. Next. So these are the AI tutors. Next. We also are, so we had a discussion with Duolingo, sir, which is a company quoted by a professor from CMU, and it's the most used app in the world, sir, right now for learning a language, sir. Around currently, 5 crore users are learning the language. So the idea is that we want to take foreign language learning in the remote and other areas and rural areas. Because now we are giving app for 9 hours can be reduced. This is awesome. We are in discussion with Duolingo. Very soon we will get some finality to it. Next. Like it's a teacher, it's a DDA channel given by Government of India. Every year we want to put this separate. Idea is to put them and say, oh, now you will see that there will be a resonance. Because almost 80% of the students have been achieved by having
and children ages 3 to 8 to educate universal foundation of the Senior University by the year 2026. This is why taking us official launch on May 2020 during the King's Supersonic Capacity Plan and the Sea Innovation raised by the Minister of Education, marked initiative to empower educators and shape the educational landscape. But the first of its kind in the country, the SCERT and Samar Prasiksha have meticulously crafted certification course modules spanning 60 days for 34,700 teachers and 120 days for 55,600 Anganwadi workers. The heartbeat of this initiative is released in the form of capacity training sessions and impressive 260 resource persons and 6,000 district resource persons, including 4,700 teachers and 2,000 child development protection officers and supervisors have actually participated. These sessions, conducted at 8 training across signify a working collaboration between the Department of School Education and the Women Development and Child Development at the national level. Tribal Welfare and Health Department contributes to ensure seamless implementation of FLN
and it provides knowledge along with great achievement all over the world. There are no limits to the individual in this field. And
Director of NCERT, Dr. Dinesh Saklani ji. Commissioner of School Education, Suresh Kumar ji, Sri Harinarayan. Kurmanath, ADM and Joint Collector. My colleague SPD here, Srinivas Rao, Vikas, Sanjana, were all on the stage with us. I can see Professor Ranjana, who's come all the way from NCERT Delhi. I'm happy to see you, Ranjana ji. The Principal Secretary also tells me that the 26 district education officers are here. Can you raise your hands, please? Joint directors are also here. Regional directors. Ladies and gentlemen, and my friends from India. At the outset, I must thank the Principal Secretary of Education for making a very comprehensive presentation as to what all is being done in the sector of school education in Andhra Pradesh. You know, on a personal note, I must say that I always love coming to Andhra Pradesh. I like the food, but more than that, I like the warmth of the people. I may not speak Telugu, but when I hear the girls sing Vande Mataram, we're all united in our minds and in our hearts. I also discovered yesterday, when I was talking to the Principal Secretary, that Sri Ramalu Potti is also from Nellore. The man who changed the map of India. He fasted for 56 days, gave up his life, but then that persuaded Government of India to set up the State Reorganization Committee. And language came back in the framing and map of these states. So Andhra was created for Telugu, Maharashtra was bifurcated between Gujarat, Maharashtra, changed the map. Language came back to us, and we all know that language is something which is very emotive. But the beauty of this country is that no matter how many different languages we speak, yet culturally we are united. So I, a guy who is from Patna, I feel at home when I go to Tirupati. I feel at home when I am in Rameshwaram. Or wherever as a matter of fact is. And that's the great uniting power of the Indian culture, that it keeps a diverse nation like India together. In school education, I must say that this is a very exciting time to work. Not only for us who are the Government of India, but also for all the people who are in the states, because actual schooling management is being done by the state governments. We in the Government of India, we oversee, we provide some kind of an overall guidance. We have a school, we have a centrally sponsored scheme, Samagra Shiksha, we have Pradhan Mantri Poshan Yojana, we have National New India Literacy Mission, which we call the Ullas.
these are some of the schemes, but the most important thing which has happened is the National Education Policy of 2020. It is the DNA of the Indian society. How we are going to shape up, and as the Honorable Prime Minister says, that the next 25 years ahead of India are the most important, because by 2047, when we celebrate our 100th year of independence, we should do so as a developed nation, where every child is educated, where every child has a job, and where everyone lives comfortably. That is the dream of all of us. What are we doing under the National Education Policy? I think you showed me a lovely video on foundational literacy and numeracy as to what all Andhra Pradesh is doing for foundational studies. We must begin early. We must send our children to Anganwadi schools at the age of 3. And this has to be worked out. And many of us who've been part of the government, we also know that in the government, some of the most difficult things to do are when two departments come together. So there is Anganwadi centers which is being run by ICDS. There are the schools which are being run by Department of School Education. And our children have to do 3 years in the Anganwadi centers and then join class 1 at the age of 6 and then continue till class 12. Dr. Saklani, being the director of NCERT, they have developed the National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Studies. They have also developed the National Curriculum Framework for School Education. And NCERT is now in the business of making the syllabus for every class. Once the syllabus is made, then the textbooks will be constructed. And I use the word constructed. As of now, the NCERT books which you see in the market, they are all printed in the year 2006. National Education Policy also says that there should be no hardcore separation in many things which we do in school. So there should not be any hardcore separation in humanities, science, sports, art, and vocational education. If you ask me what are my concerns as the Secretary of the Department of School Education, I would say I have many concerns, but let me share some of them. Out of every 100, I'm giving you all India figures, state figures may vary. Out of every 100 students who are joining in class 1, only 75 are going to class 10. And only 56 are going to class 12. I am losing 44 students in the journey from class 1 to 12. This is my major concern. The National Education Policy says that by 2030, the GR of secondary education should be 100. There should be no dropouts. Can any country has done it? I was looking at the figures. Japan has a figure of 97. So 100 is my target, but I think anything more than 90 if we can do by 2030, a little beyond that, I think will make us feel very proud as an Indian that we, being part of the school education, we have done a good job. But then how do you do it? Our schools have to become very attractive, and I'm happy to see Nadani. You are improving the infrastructure of the school. You know, how do you send a child to a school? You can push a child to a school, or the school can act as a magnet. It can pull the student towards itself. Both need to be done. In the first place, I might want to push the student, but the school must have enough to. Then we are making life comfortable for our students. I was happy and impressed to see the exhibition which you have put up just outside this hall, showcasing all the nice things and all the meaningful things being done by the government of Andhra Pradesh
for its school children. You are giving them school dress, you are giving them shoes, you are giving them free books. I saw the principal secretary saying that no child should actually sit on the floor. You know, in India, even today, almost 40 children out of every 100 who are going to elementary schools are sitting on the floor. We must do something about it. And I always joke, you see, that we in India may have the luxury of many things. We do not have the luxury of time. What others may have done in 20 years, I need to do it in 5 years. And we have the capacity to do it. We have the motivation and we have the inspiration of the leadership which is asking us to do these things. The second thing which I want to tell you is that for me it's a challenge. How do I incorporate vocational education in our school system? We don't want to work with hands, or at least a lot of people don't want to work with hands. We need to start creating this coordination between the minds and the hands. Those of you who are experts, you will call it psychomotor skills. Hand and brain has to go together and we must work with hands. And NEP says that from class 6 onwards, our children should start getting practice with working with hands. Develop the kind of skills which I have. So no bifurcation, vocational education, and the other most important thing which I want to tell you is that how do you assess? You see, it's a question which are asked in the examination which makes us learn in the manner. So how we learn to a very large extent, it depends on the way we are assessed. And our assessment patterns must change. Our writing skills are going down. Wouldn't you agree? We are always having multiple choice questions. We are writing 50 words, 100 words. If you ask somebody to write an essay of 200 words, I find that our children find it at times very difficult. The second thing is the way we are going to incorporate technology in our curriculum. And technology has come and hit us in a big way. What started during the COVID time with our schools were shut has now become a necessity. And we have also become used to the idea of learning through a mobile phone, through a computer screen, and a lot of innovative work is going on. And I'm very happy to say that Andhra Pradesh is leading learning by technology, and congratulations to me and its entire team. How technology can be used. But then, nothing in life is free of effects. When you start using technology, it brings in different kind of problems. There are problems of how children are spending so much time on social media nowadays. There are also how much can you concentrate? That also is an issue. You know, why is when you go to a class and you find what is the length of a class? 40, 50 minutes? It comes from the research that when you sit and when you concentrate, the average span of a human being is about 40 minutes. And that is the reason why the length of the class is about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. If you make it 2 hours, if I speak to you for 2 hours, you will sleep. Because that is not part of our attention span. But then technology is making this attention span even shorter. And I'm very worried about it. What do I do about it? So, but then all of us have to live with technology. All of us have to live with artificial intelligence. You know, I call myself a man of education. Whatever I am today is because of the kind of education I have had. And at every bend in my life, my teachers have come forward and and they have counseled me, they have helped me. I am a creature of also of all the efforts of my teachers. And all the teachers who are here, a big clap for all of them. I saw in the presentation that you are partnering with the Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad to raise the skills of the teachers. I think leadership is extremely important. Every headmaster is a leader. And I cannot manage schools sitting in Delhi or maybe Vijayawada or wherever I may be. Every school, every teacher, every headmaster has to become a leader, and he has to make sure that not a single child in his school drops out. How do I engage with the community is extremely important. If I am running a primary school or an elementary school in a panchayat, I should know all the families in that locality. I should know whose child is not coming to school and whose child is coming to school. If a child is not coming to school, can I go back to that family, knock the door and say, hey, your child has not been coming to school for the last 5 days. What is wrong with him? Is he unwell? You see, no one from outside is going to come and make us great. We have to work hard. And there is a great future looking ahead of India. We are a young nation. Our median age is 29. Chinese have already become 42. Americans are 38. It is said that out of every 100 jobs that will come out in the world, we Indians have the capacity to take 25%. But provided we educate our children and we give them the necessary skills. And I will take this platform to urge all our headmasters and all our teachers to become leaders in their own right and make the transformation which this country needs. The last point I want to tell you is the reason why I have come to Nellore. I'm happy that I'm here. There is a regional institute of education which has been sanctioned, and for Nellore, I think a little time has elapsed in its operationalization. But I am here and I have just spoken to Dr. Saklani. I think we must do, Dr. Saklani must get his feet that by this July, when the new session starts, we should be in a position to take admissions in that institution. And my compliments and my thanks to the Government of Andhra Pradesh for facilitating. Last couple of sentences. Since I am here in Andhra Pradesh, my compliments to the Department of School Education, Andhra Pradesh. My compliments to the Honorable Chief Minister, my colleague Chief Secretary for aligning NEP and for showing how technology can be incorporated, how language issues can be looked at, how with great excitement we can make the life of every child who is in our school a little more exciting. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. Now, it's an occasion that the movement or SCD guests let us celebrate this occasion.
Madam, side, madam.
By the hands of our Education Government of India, Sri Sanjay Kumarji, as well as our renowned Principal Secretary of Education Government of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Ravi Prakash, as well as Vice Srikant, Director of the Conference, Principal R.E. Mysuru, and Nodal Officer R.E. Development and Training, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Our Honorable Director, National Council of Education Research and Training, Sri Dinesh Prasad Sakalani. And the Honorable Director and District Magistrate, SCSR University, Harikar University, and Municipal Commissioner, and a research book on school safety and security. So, let us celebrate this occasion by the day. It is about career guidance. Your presence made everything wonderful and remarkable and memorable. Thank you so much, sir. Let us join hands together like a hundred words. Please.
Down? Yes, sir. It's the biggest, fourth biggest problem.